Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lord Varquad, and I can't tell you how long it's been since I've made a story video, but some people in my comments can. Look at this, dude. I'm getting comments right now, and they're like, hey, where's the stories? And I usually tell stories that have something to do with hacking, right? You know, if you've been around my channel for a long time, you know this because you've watched them before, you've seen them in the feed, you've seen them on my channel, but guess what? I'm not the girl from NCIS, dude. I don't have any, I tracked down this criminal and hacked into him. I don't have any of those level stories, dude. I can't tell you about the last time that I hacked into NASA, but I do have something pretty close, all right? And that's just gonna be, starting a fire at school. And now, don't go around doing this. And just to give you guys a little bit of backstory, this takes place probably when I was around 17 years old, so just a little bit before I started the Veracity channel. Just so you know, I am 19 right now, by the way, so that was maybe 2 years ago. But either way, young Veracity was about 17 years old, and he used to go to this tech school where you used to be able to work on computers for probably 4 hours out of the day, alright? This is what I wanted to do for a living, so you bet your ass I went to this tech school. But either way, you might be asking me, how did you end up setting this school on fire, Veracity? Well, you know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. It wasn't a big fire or anything. It probably wasn't even really a fire at all. It was just a little bit of smoke, okay? But it was still enough to get the teacher's attention and to evacuate the entire classroom. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's just sit back, relax, and let Papa Varquad over here tell you a little story. So one day I wake up and 17-year-old me has a 40-minute long bus ride to this tech school that I went to, alright? Now I explained this before in a couple of videos, but it was actually one half of the day we were at the tech school, and then the other half of the day we had to go back to my high school. My regular high school, most boring place on the planet, dude. I don't really have that many stories from there. Well, actually, I do have a couple that I can tell, but that's besides the point. So at this tech school, I'm on my bus ride, right? I'm in my 40-minute bus ride, probably just doing absolutely nothing on the bus, just listening to music, have my head up against the bus window, nearly falling asleep. And Veracity hops off the bus, he gets to school, he walks into the school. That's the sound my footsteps make, by the way. And usually whenever I got to school at this point, I always hit up the snack bar first, right? I got I don't know, an Arnold Palmer tea and some pizza flavored combos, dude. That was my go-to or something like that. I don't even know. It was probably just some Funyuns as well. I don't know, man. But I went to the snack bar and I got absolutely loaded, all right? So I go to my class after I get to the snack bar. I probably hit up the bathroom, maybe to go fiend off of someone's jewel or something, but that's not the point. The point is we're setting a fire today in the school. So yeah, I get to the classroom and everything's going absolutely normal, except for today. We have one of those days where we're gonna be building a computer, right? This isn't just any day where we're building a computer. This is a test where we have to build the whole computer, and I think it's maybe 40 or 30 minutes or less or something like that. But yeah, so we're taking this test today, and I remember it very clearly. We were doing it in groups of 3. There's not enough computers in the whole classroom for everyone to just start building a fucking computer. My teacher was not Steve Jobs, all right? We didn't just have a MacBook for everybody, but at the same time, we were doing it in groups of 3, so we would have 3 students go up to the back, and there was just this sort of little workstation area where you go to the workstation and there's just this entirely disassembled computer, and you have to build it, man. You got to get it working, you got to get it up and running, and you got to get Windows installed on it. There's a couple of sections to the test. I don't remember exactly the entire test, but there's a couple of sections where you had to do all that stuff. So I'm just sitting there waiting, probably just playing I don't even know, maybe Agario I think was popular at the time. Just playing some stupid little flash game on my computer, just waiting for my test, right? My last name starts with a W, man, so I was always the last one to get called on pretty much every single time for everything, because schools go by alphabetical order in America. But yeah, so I was basically the last one to get called on for everything. So after waiting probably 3 hours, I finally got to build my computer, all right? And now since the buses were starting to come and take people home, I was kind of rushing. I was not taking my time with this test at all. So I get called up and I start going to town on this computer. I'm starting to just throw everything inside everything, right? I just started throwing everything in the motherboard, all the RAM, the CPU, the cooler, all that stuff, threw it into the chassis, power supply in, goated, we're all golden, we're all set, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I gotta get Windows on this thing, dude. So I just start plugging stuff into the IO, like the buttons. That's not the IO, but you know what I mean, like the case buttons, all right? I'm plugging those in, and it turns out I plugged those into the wrong place. You know, I didn't read the manual for the motherboard or the case, but what I actually did was I connected one of the hot leads to a neutral pin. And now if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the thing on the front of the computer. You know, the big power button on the front of the computer that you press to turn the goddamn thing on? Yeah, that's what I was connecting to the motherboard. I had to make that work. That was the only part I messed up, and guess what happened? So I plugged this in thinking it's in the right spot when it's obviously not, and then I press the power button on the computer, and I just see this plume of smoke and a spark. Now, if you're not very technically inclined, I just shorted something out, all right? So yeah, there's just this big old plume of smoke and a big old spark, and you know, it wasn't actually on fire. It wasn't like a roaring flame or anything like that, but it was definitely red, and you know, there was black. You know, after that, there's a big black burn mark on the inside of the goddamn computer. But yeah, this wasn't no like giant flaming fire, but I didn't like summon an elder scroll and then launch a giant fireball at my computer or anything like that, like, but it was definitely a giant, it arced and sparked and it freaking started smoking, all right? That's all I know. And one thing about this smoke is it smelled horrible, dude. It smelled like an electrical fire. Like, it didn't take long for my teacher's like sniffer to start going off like a goddamn dog. Like, he started you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't take long for my teacher to come sniff out this smoke that I created and come into the room and go, what is going on? And then he was like, oh my god, you need to open some windows, jeez, kid. And I like so I started going over and I started opening the windows, but I guess, I don't know, I guess it tripped the fire alarm or something, because, you know, it started going beep, 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 like that really annoying school fire drill, like kind of noise that just happened, all right? And yeah, dude, our efforts basically just turned into nothing because, you know, the fire alarm started going off anyway. So basically after that, we all basically just had to sit in the hall for a little bit until everybody knew that there wasn't actually a fire, and, you know, and that no one was charred to a crisp, because sometimes things were known to happen like that in that classroom. We had our own separate fire extinguisher and our own separate escape route, like onto the roof, actually. Like, if there was an actual fire, you were supposed to go outside onto this little hatch. Like, you were supposed to open this hatch in the ceiling that leads to the roof, which is just kind of insane, dude. I don't even know why. I think it was because you actually had to work on stuff up there, and if there was a chance that it ever caught fire, like there was an escape up there on the roof, you know what I mean? But I digress, you know. Basically, everything was all fine. It was just the class freaked out for a little bit because, you know, it smelled like burning electricity in the air. You know, I was basically frying components. But yeah, long story short, I mean, I guess always just read the manual of whatever computer you're trying to build. Don't set your classroom on fire, and if you do, don't try to hide it. Don't just try to blow the smoke out of the air, you know? Your teacher will find you. I mean, he'll sniff it out. He'll sniff it out like a dog. I mean, I guess fire is pretty obvious whenever it smells like burning electricity, but, you know, point is, read the manuals. If you're gonna do something, do it right. You know, if you're gonna build a computer, build it right. Don't short anything out like I did. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked this story today. My name is Veraxity, or Lord Varquad, whatever you want to call me. Let me know if I should make some more storytime videos. Let me know if you like this. I'm sorry if you like the Discord. I don't know how long it's gonna be before it comes back. You know, I get banned on Discord a lot, actually. But in the meantime, just check out some of my other social medias. I got my Twitter, I got my Instagram, I got Twitch. I don't live stream on Twitch, but I might do that soon, you know, you never know. But anyways, guys, my name is Veraxity. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.